me to say, like, if I'm just not saying, if I jump it right back with a question, you think I'm thinking something that's other one. I'm just, like, just letting you talk. Okay. Well, doesn't Tina Landon choreograph for Britney?
No. She did. She did. Oops.
Okay, the video.
Yeah, she did that video. I think that's the only time she worked with Britney, but she works with Christina a lot.
Mm-hmm. Are you also friends?
I actually haven't seen Tina in a while, or actually worked with her. I always switch, like,
right.
choreographers and dancers, and now I'm working with Marty and Sean.
Right.
And with a few other choreographers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably not doing.
So how do you decide, like, you know, it's time for, like, we're talking about decisions a lot, like these things where you...
Time to move on?
Well, we talk about, like, because you're a relationship person, you said that,
mm-hmm.
and so it's like, but the hardest part of being a relationship person is ending a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when you come to that point professionally, you work with somebody and you're, like, deciding, you know, whether it's, like, you don't want to work with somebody anymore, or maybe you want to bring new people into it, like, in this situation, it's like, you know, how do you come to that decision, and then how do you tell the other person?
Well, I've never had to do one to tell them.
Oh, Janice! Oh, my God! That is awful.
No. You know, honestly,
mm-hmm.
It's really weird. I mean, it's always happened as to where they've known that I am a relationship person, and to be asked back is such a shock from what they've told me, because they thought this was going to be it, with them being in the camp.
That's fair enough. That's right now.
Okay. Because they know I always switch it up.
Right.
So for me to ask them back and then thinking, okay, well, this is the final go-around, I know for sure. And then there have been times when other people have actually told them that, all depending upon who it is, and there have been times when I've actually had to say that I decided to use someone else.
How do you
for this problem. It's not easy.
So how would you do it?
Oh, please don't sit here and ask me that, Craig.
Why?
Because there's still one more that I have to go, and and this one's really tough for me to do. And this one's probably the hardest.
And why don't you want to work with a person?
It's not because they're not talented. It's not because I don't care about them. It has to do with Craig.
You like to look in generalities.
Because you know why I can't? Because it's truly giving it away. But if this person reads that article and I haven't spoken to them yet, they're gonna say, you know what? She's talking about me. I just lost my job.
But see, most people aren't in that position. So that's what I'm trying to understand. Like, just giving people a glimpse of you. It's like most people don't have to do that for better or for worse. Most people aren't so in control of their destinies that they really can decide who is going to be a part of their life and who's not. You know, like, I have to go to work, you know, tomorrow regardless, and I can't say, oh, you know, I'm tired of you as my boss. You know? We had throw, you know, it was cute, but, you know, just...
I'm very fortunate in that way. I truly am.
So how do you do, like, so psychologically, I just think, you know, that's one of the things that you have that most people don't. So just, like, give us a glimpse of, like, how you do that. Like,
well, you know what? I just try to be as diplomatic as possible. And just to try to be as it's never easy. It's never easy, but to try to and it's always going to hurt.
Right.
Not just them, but also me. And I know that it might be somewhat painful for them, or just painful period for them. Not to say that I'm the only person in the world to work with, and that's it. Their lives are shattered, their careers are shattered because they're not working with me. I mean, there are several other people to work with, and for them to move on and do bigger and better things. But just to try and be as diplomatic as possible and try to help them to understand, and for them not to know that it has nothing to do with their talent.
Right.
But that is just the point where I am in my life, for the most part, and where I need to move on and do something different. And that doesn't truly include really their contributions in a sense. I hate to, and I'm trying to tell you without telling you, because I still have one more to go. And it's going to be tough, because we've been together for a long time.
Wow. So you said that Shawnette is like she's like she I know did a lot of Doesn't Really Matter or something. She's working with you.
She choreographed that with Marty Kudelka.
Okay.
They've been working together. She never really wants to be a choreographer, and she did a piece for Donnell. She and Marty. And I saw a tape and I really liked it. And I asked her if she would choreograph, part of the tour and the videos and stuff. And I knew that she didn't want to be a choreographer. But I don't know if it's because of us being friends she said yes. But she said yes.
Right.
So we've been working together. And also she's co-directing the tour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean, that's really where her heart is, in doing concepts and things like that. And she ultimately wants to be a director.
Wow.
She was actually going to school for that. So she kind of put that on hold to do this, which I'm appreciative. Very thankful.
What about, like, what do you think when you hear all the rumors about you two and all that kind of stuff? And
You know what, Craig? I've heard rumors from day one. I heard rumors about myself and Josie, about myself and Tish, about myself, Tina, Sean, and Sean, to get the three of us. And I think, I just let it go in one ear and out the other. I think that because we are so close, because I make it like a family, that's what I like for it to be like on tour. We are very... We're very close. We're very... how do I put this? I mean, there are times when, on a day off, the kids have knocked on my door. We all get in the same bed and we watch a movie. It could be myself, Gil, Sean, Tina, and we'll watch a film. That's just us. But if the waiter walks in and sees that, it's like, okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? There's something else going on here. Or if someone falls asleep in your lap and you're stroking their head, their forehead, stroking their head.
Now, I did not even think about that. So that is you and your dirty mind and whatever. So anyway, so you're stroking their hair.
you know, so we're very close.
But you can understand why people think that, right? Like you can understand, like I guess after hearing some of the lyrics on Velvet Rope and things like that, and then.
Of course I can understand, and I'm not homophobic. I mean, of course I can. And you know, I go to gay clubs. I go to clubs where the music's good.
Right.
And there are always going to be rumors.
But I mean, also, part of it, I think, too, even like that from a negative point of view, is like, you know, you talk about how much you enjoy sex and just the feeling associated with sex and everything like that. And it's not that far of a leap to think that somebody that was that open-minded about sexuality would be into experimenting with, you know, whether or not it was bisexuality or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Totally understand.
So you can, so it's like...
I can totally understand.
Right.
But I think that, the people are always going to say what they want to say. And if they think something's going on, they think something's going on. I can't control that.
Well, if you were bisexual or whatever, would you say so? Like, would you? Or you don't think it's anybody's business, or?
Would I say so? What would be, why should somebody hide it?
That's why I said, if you, Janet Jackson, would you? Meaning, would that be something that you felt? Because obviously, you make choices in your life every day. You're making choices right now about which part of me is to share and which part of me I'm not going to share. So it's like, if you were bisexual, would you feel like that was something that people
you had to share?
Yeah.
Right, I totally understand what you're saying. Just like there have been things I talked about on Velvet Rope, but yet I didn't tell everything, because there's still things left that are very private.
Right.
I don't know, I'd have to see where I was in my life at that point, honestly, and how I felt.
Why are you staring me down?
What do you want me to answer your question?
No.
Just look up. Okay, next time I answer your question, I'm going to look straight down.
But have you ever, thought another one was attractive, or thought that you might go there, that you might kiss another?
Thought another woman was attractive? Of course. Have you ever... Well...
Yes, I thought many men were attractive. You think some women were attractive?
But you see, that's not odd for a woman to think another woman.
That's true. That's true.
And just to want to stare at her because you find her just flawless.
Right.
That's
it's
not
also a heterosexual guy fantasy too. Think about that.
Yeah, 2. Yeah. 3.
Right. okay, I'm just gonna put it straight out there. I found it hard to believe that somebody that's as open-minded about sexuality as you are and everything, that you've never either considered it or maybe even experimented with another woman. You know, not saying that you have to say, but I'm just saying I just find it like hard to believe that that wouldn't be, you know, knowing that you kind of like, you know, you're interested in sexuality, obviously. You're interested in finding out about S&M. Whether you go all the way with it is one thing, but you're interested in finding out about it. So it just seems to me
your
like...
curiosities.
Yeah, I feel like, it would make sense to me that I could see the chance, you know.
I totally understand. When I will tell you this, when I was younger, when I was, I was pretty young. I found an attraction to this girl that worked at this place. But for the most part, I really in my heart feel that, and I think I shouldn't say we all, I think it's part of growing up when you're younger.
Like how old were you? Like around?
I was a teenager.
Okay.
And I think it happens not necessarily with all teenagers, but at some point in people's lives, and not necessarily with everyone. But thoughts like that kind of enter your head. And I think it had a great deal to do with the space that I was in at the moment. The relationship that I was in, I really wasn't happy with. And I found myself finding her very attractive.
Did you ever tell her or anything?
No.
You know, it was just a kind of a flirt, infatuation kind of thing.
Basically, yeah. And I think that, I mean, I don't know if guys do that, but just like certain things you experience as a kid, you know, little bad things you do as a kid. Craig, don't sit here and make me have to say.
What? I don't know.
No. Okay, but you know what I'm saying. Just as
really
kids, you
I have no idea what you are.
Just children's curiosities, little things you do as kids.
Oh, they're playing doctor and stuff like that?
Yeah, just any little thing like that.
Okay.
Just I can't say for sure, but I think as women, not everyone.
Hello, I'm talking with Janet Jackson. She is mad at me and doesn't like me. So, I mean, but what I'm saying is that I think, this is my theory, this is my Janet Jackson theory. I think that if people weren't so hung up on sexuality, and like, if you said, okay, like, I've kissed another woman or something like that, or even I've had sex with another woman, then if you saying that wasn't going to be such a big headline-making deal, that it would be a surprise to find out that that was something that you talk about.
It wouldn't be a big deal because, what makes it a big deal is, for one, the family that I come from.
Right.
And, you know, being so sheltered and the whole bit. I mean, that's all a part of it. And everyone perceiving you as someone who's, I'm not saying that so necessarily now, but especially back when I was younger, as being very innocent and shy and sweet and all that stuff.
It was like a bad thing.
No, those are all good things. Those are all good things. But yeah, I mean, that's what would make it a headline. And then if it was somebody else, they may not even care. Not to say, I'm not, oh God, see, I hate when I do this because I feel like I'm...
Just do it. Just say what you're going to say.
No, well, I'll just leave it on that note.
Okay.
Just, yeah, I think it has to do with those things. And there's always going to be something to say.
All right.
I mean, now it's that. It's my weight. It's my this. It's my that.
It's always your weight.
Yeah, right? It's always that.
Or like, you know, like saying like, and then the thing is like, okay, if you are, go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, you took the breath. Go ahead.
Well, you know why? Because just recently when I did AMAs, a friend said to me that someone had said, oh my God, she looks like she had surgery or something. And then another friend mentioned that to me. And I'm thinking, and then I thought, well, maybe everyone's used to seeing me heavy for a while or something. That, you know, when you lose weight, you look different. And of course you do.
Yeah.
But that's what, you know, I started thinking, okay, why is this suddenly, like, coming up? I'm like, oh no. I don't know.
But aren't you used to people like talking about, oh, she's, you know, had 300 nose jobs, had breast jobs, had a foot job, had a ass job, whatever.
You know, you hear all kinds of things, and it's like I said, people want something to talk about. They really do.
Do you think people have a right to know what plastic surgery you may or may not have had? You know?
Oh, it's your business. Unless you want to tell them.
Right.
I mean, that's the only right that they have. people have to understand that would they like everyone at the office knowing every single thing about them? And if they don't care, then that's them. But for the most part, I best believe the majority of those people, it's nobody else's business.
Oh, yeah.
Unless they want to share, really.
Right.
But their private lives, what they do at home. Some of the things.
Okay, we talked about the Backstreet Boys. Now, NSYNC are like big fans of yours. They're going to do the Icons thing.
Yeah.
And then they also toured a little bit on Velvet Rope, I believe.
They open.
So which one is NSYNC or Cheetahs?
Don't do that to me, Joey.
I
mean, I meant to say Craig. No, wait,
you
no.
think Joey's the cutest?
No. Wait, let me. Okay, let me go back.
Funny.
See, this is what I meant to say. Craig. No, let me tell you why.
Right,
Craig, wait. I have to tell you why Joey's a really good friend of mine. And this is what I was thinking. I was thinking, God. I can't say that. Joey's a really good friend of mine.
Well,
So it would make him feel badly. That's what I was thinking.
Okay, well, I won't even ask you. Okay, tell me off the record.
Okay.
All right, JC's a close second. Why don't you return Puffy's calls?
Who said that I don't return Puffy's calls?
I read somewhere that where he said that he keeps calling you and you don't return his calls about producing, and that he said that you don't return his calls or whatever.
Ooh, that's more gossip. No.
So you do return his calls, or?
He's invited me to his place in the Hamptons a couple of times.
Have you ever gone? Why? You must have a whole white outfit or something.
Well,
What? Really? What?
Why? I mean, he's invited me there for the weekend. See, you're asking. These
and
questions.
you just weren't interested in working together in that way.
Working together in that way.
You weren't so interested in such an intimate working relationship, essentially.
Okay, let's put it that way, sure. Yeah, but see, it's so funny because I've seen articles where he says he's on the phone with me, and we spoke over the net.
Oh, the internet.
Once. Yeah, just quickly, because he was with a friend of mine,
Okay.
and we were talking about quick.
All right.
But like he'll say hi and come up and when we're at the same functions and things like that, or when I'm rehearsing for something. But he's never called me, and I've never not returned a call or anything like that. He's never called me.
Okay.
From what I know, I would never do that.
Didn't you used to have a dog named Puppy?
My baby passed away October 5th.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was 19.
Oh, wow.
She was with me since I was 18 years old.
Oh, my God. That must have been really difficult.
It was really hard. Really hard. She was on all the tours with me, even though they know. And I had to send her home because it was like, okay, she's not holding her bladder. She was like, she would use the bathroom in the service elevator.
Oh, no.
I wouldn't wait till she get outside, but it was so cute because I would never see her before a show.
Right.
She'd be running around the whole venue, even outside, and all the fans knew who she was.
Wow.
Because she was in 2 of the videos, the prologue to Control, and in the Because of Love video.
Wow.
And all the kids knew who she was, and she had lots of love. She wasn't because of
I mean, because that was such a hard time for you just anyway, and then that on top of it.
Yeah. It was pretty tough. I still cry from time to time because she brought a lot of joy into my life, and I rescued her from abuse from whatever owner she had.
Right.
But I still have my picture of the 2 of us at the beach.
Wow.
I think I was about 23, and I think about my baby all the time.
Wow, because I mean, I can imagine the stuff that, like, when you for a long time and everything, whether or not it's a person, it's head or whatever, now that you're at the stage, must be really important. Like stuff that was there at the beginning, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's very important.
Are they doing something?
Yeah, they're in the studio next door.
How hip-hop influenced you over the years? I mean, first you were all like Shells, whatever, and then now you're all up in Busta Rhymes' videos and everything.
I've loved those guys. I'm telling you, I love music, and I'm thankful that I was exposed to different types of music growing up, so that when new things come along, when my friends say, "Listen to this CD," it's like, "Here's the Favorite Corporation." Pop it in. It's like I see the beauty in it, and I can truly appreciate it. Not saying that everything I listen to I like, but I love it. I just love it. I think Bus is talented. He's such a good guy. I loved him.
I hadn't even gotten to that question yet, but now that you mention it, what do you like about Q-Tip?
He's just a great guy.
Yeah. That's the general. What about him? What has he done? Name one thing he's done for you that somebody would say, "Wow, that was really great."
I don't know if anyone would say, "Wow, it's really a great thing," but for me, it's a great thing. It means a lot to me. And those are friendships. And he is real with me. Not to say that he's not that way with other people, but I love the conversations that we hold. Every time we speak, there's something for me to learn. And I love being with him. I love hanging out with him. I love listening to him speak. I love the music that he creates and shares with me. Sometimes he'll just leave music on my phone, and I absolutely love it. He's just incredibly talented. Always giving me such words of encouragement, and leaving me with something very provoking to think about. It doesn't hurt that he's cute.
Is he the type of guy that you'd like to be with? What?
You've got me stuttering. Is he the type of guy?
You already said yes. You said yeah. You nodded your head.
Yeah.
Have you all ever been romantically involved, or have you ever gotten romantic?
You sure are getting deep, aren't you? Let's just say we're very close friends.
You nodded your head, yes. You nodded your head. Why would you not? I mean, okay, like, you've already said, obviously with the marriage and everything, it's like you don't want your relationships and stuff to be that public, and that's understandable. But, I mean, is it the sort of thing like, I mean, I guess it's just, because it's just something you just want to be special with you, right? Like, you just don't want, why should everybody know?
People getting in my stuff.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I am a private person. Believe that or not.
I do believe it. Why else would you not tell people about marriage and stuff like that?
Well, that's true.
A private person.
Well, and I think a lot of people don't believe that only because of the subject. I mean, with every album I write about what's going on in my life.
Right.
So I do tell a lot, but I don't tell everything. Like
right.
we were talking about the other. So that's why I say, believe it or not, I am a private person.
Mm-hmm.
But Tip and I are very good friends.
You're more than friends.
We are?
You just told me.
No, I didn't tell you that, Craig. I said Tip and I are good friends.
Next question. Do you remember when you first met him? Was it on the Justice set?
It sure was. Yeah. That was the first time we met.
What were your impressions like when you first saw him?
I have to ask him about this because we had that scene. I shouldn't be saying. I should be asking him this, but I only said. And Tip kissed me, and I wouldn't kiss him back. I was kissing him, but I wouldn't kiss him.
Right.
He was tonguing me. That's what he was doing.
Right.
And I'm thinking, oh God, he probably thinks I'm the worst kisser there ever is. there ever was. But I was embarrassed because Renee was standing right then. I was thinking, oh God, and it's like, look, you're supposed to be blocking all these people out. Why aren't you just blocking folks out and kiss this man? I couldn't do it.
Do you think it's because you really wanted to? Like it was harder because you actually wanted to kiss him?
I'm gonna kill you for these questions.
It's what you're saying. Why don't you say? It's what your face is telling me. I can't help myself.
Really? No, you just can't read my face. That doesn't necessarily mean you're reading me correctly.
That is what you're saying. And then you're laughing tells me even more correct.
No, because you're making me laugh at
Okay,
these
I'm asking
questions.
you straight up. Is that because you really wanted to? And that in some ways it was even more uncomfortable? Like I know sometimes like it's easier sometimes just to like do something with somebody that you don't have feelings with because you know it doesn't mean anything. But somebody that you think, wow, there might be something here and I shouldn't be having these feelings and I'm married, it's my first film and blah, blah, blah. That's why you had a hard time.
No, I didn't have feelings for Tim.
Okay.
It truly was embarrassment. It really was. And you're supposed to be when it comes to acting and the whole thing, and you're supposed to be right there. And afraid that he would think, not Tip, but Renee, that there was something more there. If I were to truly kiss him.
Was he very jealous or something? Was that like something you would be worried about?
Renee says he wasn't, but he was. He says he's not, or he used to say he wasn't a jealous person. But when I did Love Will Never Do, he couldn't be around myself and Antonio. He was gone the whole time.
Wow.
But he was there. He was off with Puffy somewhere. We stayed out there in the desert when I shot that. But he'd once in a while come and say, how you doing? I said, I'm good. He goes, okay. Because I'm just going to leave you alone because I can't stand to see you with this guy, so I'm doing my thing. Wow. You just go ahead. And I appreciate him as opposed to giving me a lot of shit for it. You know what I mean? Or saying, no, you can't, you did this macho.
Or like being mean.
Yeah.
Not knowing that that's really what it was.
Right, and it was just, it's part of my job. And there was nothing between Antonio and myself. I had no feelings, I should say, for Antonio when we did that video. But, no, I was just, knowing that, and he never made me feel like he would just fly off the handle and get upset or anything like that. But just the fear of thinking, okay, she's kissing him when she kisses me. Is there something behind it?
Right. And you wouldn't want to hurt him, like, or unintentionally. You know what I mean? I can see why you wouldn't want to.
Right, but see, I can't do that. I can't allow that to happen.
Right. But you know what would have bothered me if I was him in that situation, and I thought that there was any way that you liked Q-Tip? I would have known that there was no way that I could ever be that. You know what I mean? And that would have been the thing that would have bothered me the most.
That he would never be able to be Tip?
Yeah, that's so outside the realm of what he is. And that would have been the thing, I think.
Yeah.
And Q-Tip is, it's like he's very different from the other guys you're associated with, Shannon. What, you liked him, but I don't know. It just seemed, you were talking about like your, the guy that you liked, the Jehovah's Witness, you said he kind of had like a baby face and stuff like that. I think some of the men you were with earlier kind of sort of had that quality. I don't know them personally, I'm just looking at pictures where, Tip is a lot of things. He's not like a baby face sort of man. He's like,
I don't have a type. My friends, a lot of people try to say that I do, but I truly don't. And if I did have a type, it definitely changed. I don't have a type. I really don't. It's just something about, I don't know, it's just something about the person that will catch my eye in some sort of way. And I guess that all depends upon who I am and what I'm doing at the moment. But I truly don't have a type.
Were you attracted to Pop on the set? Did you think he was hot?
I thought he was very cute. And what even tickled me more was that he had that whole tough image, and he was such a sweet guy, and loved to play around. His nickname for me was Square.
Why?
Maybe I'm just square to him. But he's like, where's Square? Come here, Square. He's knocking on my door. Square. So I guess that's just his little pet name for me.
Right.
But he was laughing all the time, and I saw a different side of him, how affectionate he is, how his love for kids. I can't remember if it was in his his nephew or someone he adopted as a nephew, but was on the set quite a bit. How attentive he was to him, and I just saw a completely different side of him than what the public saw, and that made him even more attractive, more charming.
When was the last time you thought about it?
Actually, just like a few weeks ago, I was talking about it.
Like, I mean, yeah, I don't know what that's like. I don't know what it's like to like work closely with somebody and then they're dead. You know, then they're not here anymore.
I couldn't believe it. I thought it wasn't true. Even when I remember waking up and I had a MTV on and I was reading the car run.
Right.
I didn't think it was true. I thought they got their information. I got it wrong. I couldn't believe it. And I remember calling management trying to find out and finding out that it was the truth. It blew me away. I mean, it's just the same when, obviously they're two different things, but when Mom saw Magic on the news and he had this big announcement, I'm thinking, what's going on with Magic?
Right.
Because he was, friend of the family.
Yeah.
We'd have dinner at my brother's house, and we'd all have dinner together, and then the next thing he's announcing this thing. I couldn't believe it. It's just, there's no way.
Right.
It is just, I can't find better words than I was just in such shock.
Do you like that movie?
What movie?
The movie you were in with Tupac.
Poetic Justice?
That film you starred in. Your first major feature.
You see? Who's laughing?
I'm laughing. I'm straight up. I think it's funny. No.
I like the message.
Do you like the movie?
I like the message. I like the message. See, it's hard for me to say because I think it could have been. Obviously, anything could be better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
That's why it's so hard, and I like the message and what it was saying. I enjoyed watching it. There were times when I thought it dragged here and there. But see, it's so easy to sit back and say, you know what? It should have been this and this and that. But what a task that is for John. To write it and to direct it, and you've got all these people breathing down your neck, telling you to hurry. I mean, toward the end of us filming, we were shooting 7 days a week without a day off.
Oh my God.
And it was tough, and he had to, edit certain things, and there were lots of things that we were supposed to shoot that we didn't get a chance to shoot because we were running out of time, and a lot of stuff was going on. So it's a tough thing. It's like, it's so easy to sit back and for me to say, well, he could have done this. Now, I'm not a director.
Yeah, right.
So I enjoyed the character, Justice. I enjoyed all the characters. You know who I really miss? Also is Joe Torre. I haven't seen him in so long, and for a while we kept in touch, and he would come by the house, and I really miss him.
You talk to Regina King at all?
I run into her from time to time. Last year I ran into her. I like her so much. She's a sweet girl.
And she didn't get any praise for that movie. And I thought that was one of her best performances.
No, she didn't.
Because I think
she's a very
she must
good
just be
actress.
like that. So she wasn't really acting. She was just acting herself. I think people think stuff like that.
She's probably.
Yeah.
But she's a wonderful actress. I enjoyed her in Jerry Maguire.
Oh yeah. You were supposed to get that role, weren't you? Weren't you up for that role?
Yeah, I was. Actually, I auditioned. And they said it was really tough for them only because they didn't know if they could separate the character from the singer.
I'm sure that wasn't the first time you heard that, right?
No. And I always have to sit back and say, and maybe that it says a lot about me, maybe. But I said, please, I really need to know the truth.
Right.
Is that the truth, or are you trying to spare my feelings? was it something else? Because that's the only way I'm going to grow. It's the only way I'm going to learn. And he said, no, that truly was it for us. So I said, okay, just as long I need to know the truth with everything that I do. Not for anyone to try to kiss my ass and make it easy.
Alright. You heard any of Michael's new stuff yet?
No.
None of it?
Not a thing. No. I don't even know when his album's coming out.
Well, what if he called you right now and said, want to do another duet? What would you say?
I can't.
Why?
I don't have time.
Oh, come on.
I
Like, you
swear
couldn't
to-
just lay down some vocals real quick or something.
I swear to you, Craig, I do not have time.
Okay, well, what if he, but would you ever do another duet? I mean, would you think about
Would I?
Scream 2 or something?
No, I don't think I would. I like what we did together,
Okay.
and I like to leave it at that. I thought the video was wonderful. I thought the song was wonderful. I like. Come in.
Sorry to interrupt. One trivial question. All my girls at the party. Put a girl, cutting it in half. You want the bass drum under it?
Edit. 4, 3. Yes.
But you want the bass drum? Right.
Yes.
Can I ask you a quick question though? When she comes in and starts talking about packages and stuff like that, does it ever embarrass you?
No, as
because
a matter
he knows
of
he's on
fact.
that
Why can't the man speak for himself?
No, he
God.
can't. Because that's all we do is talk about sex.
Oh, really? Okay. So that's why.
Because we don't do anything.
That makes perfect sense. You all's relationship, like if you say that, because she keeps bringing it in every time. I can ask her about, oh, so what you eat today, and then So.
No,
not
it's
that,
not
but it's just you
true.
brought it up so many times. I haven't even said
No,
anything
because I
about
said
that.
stroking someone's head, and then I thought about it, and I started laughing.
Right.
And I
That's
wasn't
right.
even-
That's exactly. That's
Right?
I wasn't
exactly-
even at that place, so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So she
that's-
never pushes her in. Like, when was the last time she's done something that shocked you? That you were like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she wants to think about that or write about that.
Well, actually, there's a song on this album called "Would You Mind?"
And what did she say?
That when I saw the lyrics, I was a little bit. I don't know.
A little bit what? What's the word?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I'm really curious, Jimmy.
What was I? What did I say? Didn't I say
started
I
some
was going
shit.
to? No, didn't I say? I said I might have to.
I love
I said I might have to do a clean version of this. We might
Oh,
have to
that's
clean this one
right.
up.
You
Remember
sure
that?
did.
What do you say?
It wasn't as bad as it was going to be, too.
What do you
You already
say?
had edited
I'm
yourself.
dying to know now.
It wasn't that bad, though, was
No,
it?
it's. I'm totally. No, it's just the first time you sang it
It's.
because. the
Oh, that part.
thing, yeah.
What
Because-
is that? I'm dying to know.
Because here's the thing about Janet that I think is so cool, is that when she's singing these lyrics sometimes, she does it in such a soft, sensual, innocent voice that it takes a minute to figure out, wait a minute, what is it she actually saying? You know? Which I think is really cool.
Yeah, no, it's true. That's what, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and that's exactly what he said. He was like, well, for some reason when Janet talks about sex, it doesn't seem like, you know, kind of brash or in your face. Because
Right.
it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
So what does she say on the song?
Oh, she
Well,
can tell you that.
Or let me play it for me later.
You know what? He hasn't
I haven't heard
the single
anything. I haven't even heard.
Oh,
the
really?
single.
Okay, okay.
I just
So-
heard like the opening little interlude, which is the package thing. You know? And look, now how's this for setting up your biggest star publicity campaign? I had to get this off the internet, download the lyrics, and that's the only thing that I
Oh,
knew
that's
about
great.
the whole thing. Yeah,
That's great.
and that's kick it off this. Like, no lyric sheets, no whatever, no new bio.
Internet is good.
I know, right?
That's where I go to find out all my Janet information.
Right.
I do sometimes. Okay, we're working on that.
Thank you, Jimmy.
In the last Vibe interview, you said that you two hadn't spoken in 2 years, and everybody's like, oh my god. How long has it been now since you all actually have spoken?
I don't know. It's been a little while, but not like that. It's been a little while. I actually don't know. And see, what people seem to not understand, I mean, it's really crazy. It's crazy being in this business, and it's not that there was any beef going on between us. And I think that's what a lot of people wanted to believe, that we're we're having differences and that's why we weren't speaking.
Right.
Sometimes things just get so crazy, and before you know it, time has truly passed.
But can't you understand how that sounds crazy?